G'day world, this is the Mindful recap you've been waiting for. Double digits, episode 10, and finally hosted by the sexiest voice on Mindful. Yes, Master Swirl hosting. Now that's, I like to point out, sexiest voice on Mindful, that wasn't my doing. That's as voted by Random Obsister, so that's Random Obsessor's sister. Moving right along. So as usual, the script is written by one I'm Named Gamer, who I will refer to, as I always do from here on out, as GP, and read by yours truly. But with that, let's get that script and take care of that, and just tear that up. Yeah, we won't be needing that. Okay, chuck that, and GP. Don't think I've missed that chocolate and vanilla swirl ice cream with the sunglasses on. Oh yeah, I know. That's a reference to me.
Yes, it is.
It's coming, mate. The prank of all pranks is coming.
Still waiting.
We'll kick off this week with Justin. He's been as crook as a dead chook in the past week. That's been a bit of a blessing and a curse though, because it's given him the chance to play around with the replay mod and create some great time lapses since the last time we tried that, which was way back in 1.12. Geez, that seems like a long time ago now.
The last I actually messed around with replay mod was in 1.12.2.
You'll note I don't say 1.12 or 1.14. It's correctly pronounced 1.12 or 1.14. My 9th grade maths teacher could be a subscriber of mine, and I don't want to take the chance. She could change my grade from that perfect A. With the path to his gold farm now cleared, Justin heads up to it and he shows us how he's been improving the spawning rates. Trust me, he has. I was there today. It is bonza. It is absolutely schmick. Now we've also updated the server to 1.14.3. There is no more vanilla Minecraft God armor. Oh Mojang, you giveth and you taketh away again.
So they have line of sight to the player AFK, and these guys keeps the aggro running for this segment. Now I need to repeat that on that side and that side.
Heading back to his base, Justin does another fantastic time lapse wherein he constructs an AT-AT at his Mushroom Island. Now, for those of you who aren't Star Wars fans, first of all, get on that. Second of all, AT-AT stands for All-Terrain Armored Transport. You might recall those from Star Wars Episode 5, which was Empire Strikes Back, which is different, of course, to the smaller ones, the two-legged ones that you might recall from the Battle of Endor in Episode 6, which was Return of the Jedi. Or if you're younger again, or you're not a Star Wars fan, you may only recall the small little man-ridden ones and AT-RTs that the clone troopers used to ride on, Attack of the Clones? No?
Hey, so, yep, I started on the build for this area, covered up with snow, and then got the AT-AT crash landed here.
Justin's plans are to turn this entire area eventually into a Hoth recreation. I tell you, I cannot wait to see that. That's going to look awesome, knowing how good of a builder Justin is. That, and of course, Justin, I am your father. Yeah, no, I can't justify that. I've got no proof to that. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. It's a pity Justin didn't actually record while he was suffering from whatever it was, Black Plague, Man Flu, whatever you want to call it. I mean, with, that raspy voice, he probably would have sounded like Darth Vader.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mindful. So, I was not well the last 1.5 weeks, or 1 week. Basically lost my voice, couldn't do much.
Moving on from Justin and his hoarse voice, let's have a look at what Random's been horsing around with this week. This week, he's been building a horse stable at a base. God, I'm funny.
We'll be making a multi-level horse stable. And that's because, just like Pokemon, I want to catch them all, in terms of all the horses in the game.
She begins by setting up some of the area around the stable, dabbling between using quartz, cobblestone, and purple variants.
Ooh, this is tough. I'm thinking I like the purple because it attaches.
Random takes a small break from building after having been given a coupon, like the rest of us, by... The script says, the oh so generous I'm Named Gamer. Really, GP? Really? Shameless plug. She checks out the Shulker Box Emporium to claim her free Shulker Box.
Shulker Box Emporium. I like it. It looks like a huge shulker. It's like it is just a giant version of one of the guys in the end. One shulker box is 7 diamonds. That's not too bad.
Heading back to her base, Random is met by some pesky pillagers, and she completely annihilates them. She continues to work on the build, showing off how she plans to keep the horses nice and safe, and not escape, like her ex-boyfriends.
You know, if you're a horse, you don't want to be curled up on top of a big old slab of granite or something. That's not comfy.
After a while of working on the build, Random can finally say it's all complete, except for the second floor, and she takes a quick tour, highlighting all the horses she's obtained so far. Thanks for not taking us on the collection journey though. By the way, Random, have you seen 2B, my horse? He's like grey, he's got white socks. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Almost all the white ones. The white ones, you'd be surprised, they are different. So look at the pattern on this guy. He's kind of like a paint horse, kind of like this guy. Sort of. Kind of.
This week, Kent improves his storage situation by adding a much more organised set of chests and establishing some new map walls, highlighting both villages.
The top row is the bottom row down here, and that is the other side of the plain. So this is that side and this is that side. So this is what we're going to be doing over there in the valley.
Kent continues his building and making improvements to the now 2 nether wart farms, connecting them via a path and some short canals.
And then I want to bring water coming underneath, running down both sides of this stairway and then running along that way. This will be a walkway coming through with the water again running down the sides there.
Kent adds waterways and a canal between the 2 tiers. He plans to lower the entire area around the village by a few blocks so that he can have retaining walls and pathways surrounding the netherwart farms.
Let's get up here and let's just dig all of this back. Hello fella, didn't know you was in here, but you know, we can have some fun. Thank you.
Lastly, he adds supports for the roof, breaks out some of the larger windows for access to the pathways, and finishes all the water features of the area.
Stairs is here. These are sandstone stairs all around the edges here, so it does look a little bit more popping out. As you can see, it does look a little bit better, I do think.
Finally this week, I meant to talk about GP's episode, but I'm not going to. That's all for this week, everyone. Be sure and check back next week when I'm your host again.
Hey, wait a minute. What about my episode? I wrote this thing. You can't just refuse to talk about my video. I guess I'll just have to do it all myself.
Whoa. How about you hold on there a minute? I'm the host. It's even written in the script that we're having this dialogue. Look, if you let me host next week, I'll recap your episode. How's that sound?
Whatever. Just whatever.
I've got you where I want you now, GP. This week, GP builds a flower shop in a shopping district with the products he's got from his recent build in the flower forest. With the pot complete, GP begins working on the interior.
Now, the flooring is going to be a nice shade of concrete powder with gravel mixed in. Now, I'm actually working off of the design here on the second monitor.
He adds some leaves around the pot, finishes the flower poking out the top, and explains why he still has more work to do, because he didn't collect all the flower types.
And we also need to find a place that we can go to collect those blue orchids, because unfortunately I have not actually been to a swamp yet in this server.
GP meets up with Diamond Rush XD to show off the nearly built flower pot. Diamond looks to strike up a deal with GP, asking for a shulker box of Lily of the Valley for a build he's building. GP massively overcharges 10 diamonds. 10 diamonds! Come on, GP, you've got an unlimited source of them. I mean, his name's Diamond, but he's not made of them, boy. Jeez.
So I would like Lily of the Valley, a full shulker box for like 10 diamonds. What do you say?
Full shulker box for Lily of the Valley?
Yeah.
I think I'll take you up on that offer.
Skipping ahead a bit in time, the shopping district gets a massive overhaul, where the new paths, trees, and street lamps are being laid out.
Diamond and I have been working at the shopping district, improving it, making it a lot more accessible to people. We completed the pathway that goes all the way around.
Finally, GP inflates his own ego with the scale of his shop by downsizing just a tad. Realising that his fence was a bit large for the surrounding area, he opts to remove it and offers an explanation as to why.
It was taking up a lot of space, unnecessary space for that matter, around our Shulkerbox Emporium, which could be used for other players.
Well, that's all for this week's recap. Thanks a bunch to GP for writing it and letting me tear up the script, and for letting me host this week and next. If you'd like to hear the sexiest voice on Mindful again, please let us know in the comments down under. As always, links to everyone currently on Mindful are in the description, as well as social media, and I will see you next week.